In the fall 2019 update of Familiarity embroidery software, we've enhanced the workspace. And I think that our workspace is the most beautiful workspace of any embroidery software ever. And one of the things I love about it is how almost everything that we can do is never more than 1 or 2 clicks away. It's just a beautiful kind of all-in-one window. All of your tools are right here. No hidden toolboxes. We have it so beautifully laid out, and now you'll notice that a lot of the toolbars are color-coded to kind of go together in groups. And that is sure to be a teacher's favorite when they can say, look in the purple group for the color play tool, or look in the red group for the Create Outlines tool. And so that's what we hope will make it even easier for people to kind of understand where the tools are by color coding the different toolbars and tool groups, which of course, as you can see, I think one of the amazing things about the Familiarity embroidery software is the ability to customize your workspace and essentially put the toolbars kind of where you want them. You can move them around. I do that all the time. When I record my videos, I always reset my workspace. And so if you don't know, your workspace, if you look under the Tools drop-down menu, Toolbars drop-down menu, at the bottom where it says Workspace, you can save a workspace if you have FTCU software, and you can, of course, reset your workspace. And so that's kind of a nice thing that if you do want to change it, you can have more than one, let's call them saved workspaces. So maybe when you do certain jobs, you like to have certain tools arranged in a certain way. Maybe you like to close all the toolbars that you don't need at that one time and just open the ones you want. So that's really entirely up to you. It's very easy under toolbars to turn one off. So if you didn't need the arrangement tool, you could click on here and it would completely go away, that whole toolbar. And if you want it back, you just click to turn it back on again. And so those are in a blue group, and a purple group, and a red group, a green group, yellow group. So yeah, that'll help, I think, a lot. Another thing you'll surely notice as soon as you look at the new update is our new dynamic floating toolbar, which I like to call context intelligent, which means it seems to always know exactly what tool you need at just the right time. And so what I'm telling you is, depending on what you have selected or whatnot, the contents of that toolbar will change. And I'll record another video just to kind of go over a few more of the options and things that can, just to demonstrate, I guess, some of the options on the toolbar. So look for that video as a separate video. But also, you're going to notice right away that my entire workspace has kind of like a blue color theme to it, and that's one of the enhancements as well in the recent update. So if you look under our, I guess it's program preferences, and then under the view tab, you can set a theme color. And so I've got it set on Luna Blue. There's Aqua, which is kind of like a bit of a purplish color. You've got a black color, and of course our default silver. So silver, that's what you're used to all the time. If you like, I can show them to you. This is the Obsidian black. So that is certainly going to be popular with some people. And I think that the, let me go back to the view tab and choose on the Aqua. Also very attractive, and I bet a lot of people pick this one. I like them all. I just think it's the most beautiful software no matter what color you paint it. What else is new? I can tell you that there's now, for example, if I click on something, when you look in the properties box, there's icons representing text or text extra or the fill tab or the underlay tab or the push-pull tab or the transform tab. So those are now represented by icons as opposed to words. If you liked it better as words, that's one of the options. You can also go into the programs preferences, and on the view tab where it will say, now I have to find that one in there, use icons on property tab. Sorry, I had to zoom in so my eyes could focus in on the little text. But yeah, use icons on the properties tab. So if you don't want the icons, then I guess you uncheck that and away you go. So I think that it's a really beautiful new user interface. One more thing that I'll kind of mention about the update at this point is if you want to open up artwork, you used to have to click on File and Import and Export for things like image files. But what you'll find now is when you click on Open and you check all the formats or all the types of files that you're able to open, as much as you'll find all of the embroidery formats here, notice that you also get the formats like Adobe Illustrator or SVG files. So I guess what we've simply done is incorporated import and export of image files simply are now open and saved. So it's kind of like one less thing to know about. You open images or you open embroidery designs. The software understands the difference and it lets you open them all. You may have noticed, and I'll record another video about this, when it says open in all the file types, there was a new format in there. It's called the PXF format for Pulse embroidery files, and that is, of course, the Pulse commercial software, and so that's kind of a big deal. I'll go over it in another video, but just the idea that we can now acquire designs by a professional Pulse digitizer and open them up, and they'll come to us like true, segments, true shapes. So it's better than getting simply a stitch-based format like DST or whatever formats you collect. So something to know. There are a lot of great enhancements to the Workspace in the fall 2019 update.